Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pete Ferrest, Bournemouth, 13:22 p.m. Having a quick look around. This is not for the guys that already understand what's going on above their heads. This video is primarily for the people that really don't understand anything about stratospheric aerosol geoengineering. There's the sun struggling. If you look very carefully, well, you don't need to look that carefully, but anyway, all this cirrus cloud formation here, they're basically toxic chemical trails left by civilian aircraft, and they are spraying every single day. You need to understand that these particulates, aluminium, barium, strontium, are extremely damaging to your body. Aluminium attacks your white blood cells, travels to the nucleus, and inhibits the production of mitochondrial DNA, which is basically the engine, the starting motor that drives your immune system. Aluminium actively attacks this. It actually attacks your liver and your kidney, and the only way you can get rid of these toxic metallic particulate sulfates, biological, chemical and radiological elements is basically to either implement into your diet, very important, garlic, 1 whole clove every single morning, chewed as it is and swallowed. Ginger root actively reduces and takes out metallic particulates in your liver and kidney. People have no idea what's actually happening here, but I'm making it very clear to the people who don't understand it. It's basically all of this you see above you now has all been deployed by civilian airlines, Ryanair, EasyJet, British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, you name the airway, they're involved. All of their aircraft have been retrofitted with equipment to deploy persistent chemical trails in the sky. Every single cloud you see here is unnatural. We have 1,025 millibars at the moment. That indicates high pressure. In other words, high pressure systems indicate no cloud. All of this cloud here, every one of it, you may think that looks like a normal cloud. Actually, it's not. This was sprayed in the stratosphere yesterday at altitude. And that altitude is 38,000 feet, which is the altitude of all civilian aircraft. And now it's all dropped down to an altitude at the moment. I'm measuring altitude at 3,000 feet. The cloud above there.
Do you mind if I sit here?
Yeah. The cloud above is stratospheric aerosol geoengineering, and it's basically aluminium, strontium 90, barium, mercury, magnesium, manganese, radiological particles, and iron oxides. And all this shit is raining down, and you're breathing it in every single day. We'll walk along here and have a look. You can see the same cloud structures. There is no natural weather anymore. Your weather patterns have been completely obliterated by the stratospheric aerosol geoengineering programs. They have screwed up the weather completely, and all we have now is basically produced weather, man-made weather. Global warming due to CO2 emissions into our atmosphere is the biggest lie ever told to mankind. CO2 has very little to no effect on global temperature rises. In 2015, we just came out of a mini ice age, which actually started in 1515. It started, so it lasted for quite some time. The global temperatures after that equalized themselves, I think about +2 degrees, and it wasn't a rise in temperature. All that was the climate actually getting its temperatures back to a normal level. But of course the geoengineers used this data in conjunction with their geoengineering programs to basically try and tell all of the public, you, your children, your family, that geoengineering and solar radiation management is a responsible program to counteract the effects of CO2 in our atmosphere. I've written a climate model, a very accurate climate model, that depicts the temperature rise of the next 100 years only due to CO2. I've taken into consideration our transportation infrastructure, our industrial infrastructure, tectonic activity and volcanism, because that does have a small impact. But taking that into account, the temperature rise of the next 100 years, ladies and gentlemen, will be 1/600th of 1 degree. That's over a 100-year period, and I'm afraid the numbers don't lie. It took me months to calculate this complex mathematical program, and the numbers don't lie, the mathematics don't lie. The only people that lie are the fucking